Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of The Football Show. As today I'm going to talk about today's Premier League games and also other games from other European leagues. So let's get started, but before I get started actually, I wanted to obviously I'm pretty sure you saw the F1 podcast I made with my friend Mohammed, or 380 driver. Is this the same account name from the Discord? So if anyone wants to talk to him or contact him, you can do it. As every Thursday we're going to do a F1 podcast. Every Thursday we do it and then release it, and I release it on Thursday, Friday. But it was one of them. It's not going to be very very late, and that's it. And we obviously going to do. We want to do this F1 podcast to explore to the people, give our opinion about F1, and share our thoughts and say what happened, what do we think this is good or bad, and etc. So, and it's something that I think we will enjoy doing, and I think me and him keeping doing it. If we keep doing it for many months, many years potentially, who knows, then I think we could grow this podcast even more. Who knows? So let's get started. Let's start with the football today's Premier League games. Crystal Palace against Brentford. Crystal Palace, they came of a fantastic win over Liverpool, even though Liverpool didn't play a strong team. However, Crystal Palace in the last before Liverpool, they've lost some games in the Conference League against Arsenal as well. So except Liverpool in the last 3-4 games have not been the best form. They lost to Everton as well, so the unbeaten streak went away. And they're playing against a Brentford side who are obviously very good in set pieces and throw-ins and corners. And they're a good team. They've been quite good under Keith Andrews, who is a set piece coach, and we all thought, will it work? But he's doing a very good job so far. It's going to be quite a 50-50 game, but I think Crystal Palace are home, so they should win. So I'm going for a 2-1 win for Crystal Palace. Nottingham Forest against Manchester United. First home game as a Nottingham Forest manager for Nuno Espirito Santo in the Premier League, as they play against Manchester United, who are in a very very good run of form, winning 3 games consecutively. 2 more wins until that guy cuts his hair. They won that first game in charge with Sean Dyche against Porto. However, they lost the next game against Bournemouth away 2-0, which is not a shame because Bournemouth are in a very very good run of form. But they're home to United, who are in a very good run of form as well. Can United keep it going? Let's see. And it will be difficult for United to win this game because Nottingham Forest are at home. The crowd will be fired up, and the players will be fired up also for Nottingham Forest. So, match prediction: I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Burnley against Arsenal. Arsenal are obviously in a fantastic run of form, winning games consecutively, keeping clean sheets right, left and centre. And if you look at all their run in October, it's outstanding. I mean, 0 goals conceded in October in all the games they've played. I mean, look at them, like 2-0 win against Olympiacos, 2-0 win against West Ham, 1-0 win against Fulham, 4-0 win against Atletico Madrid, 1-0 win against Crystal Palace, 2-0 win against Brighton. Like, it's like a Catenaccio Italian team where they keep clean sheets, winning 1-0, 2-0, 1-0, 2-0. I mean, but except the Atletico Madrid game. So Arsenal look very very strong defensively. They're so well drilled. They're well coached. They look like an oiled machine. And they look like a team with a proper structure, proper plan, and they look like a team that's it's such a hard working team. They look very very strong, very well drilled, very compact, organised in terms of structure, in terms of how they play, and how Arteta makes them set up. So they look very good, Arsenal. And they're top of the league, 4 points clear of Bournemouth, 6 points clear of Manchester City, and 7 points clear of Liverpool. But it's a long way to go. And Arsenal looking very good right now. The next 3 games are, all of them they should win. However, all of them are away as well. Sunderland away, they should win, but Sunderland are a very good team. They will make it difficult for Arsenal. Burnley away, they made it difficult for Liverpool at home, and Liverpool had to rely on a penalty in the last minute to score the winner. They're a good team defensively. Burnley are quite strong actually, and they've been. If you look at all the games they played this season, they've been quite decent. They've played all the strong teams except Arsenal, but they're going to play today. They're still like above the relegation comfortably by 5 points. So they've been very good, and defensively they can be strong. Last season they were so strong defensively in the Championship. Of course, it's a different ball game playing in the Premier League compared to playing in the Championship, but defensively they can be strong, and going away to Burnley at Turf Moor, it's never easy. So Arsenal will have to get their roll sleeves up and have to cope with the challenges that Burnley will make it for them. And of course Burnley will sit back, they'll make it difficult. Arsenal will dominate possession, but it's about Arsenal breaking them down. So it's going to be difficult. So it's going to be, Arsenal should win, but it's going to be a difficult game. I'm pretty sure of that. If it's at home, then Arsenal easy peasy win. But it's away, then anything can happen. My score prediction, I'm going for a 1-0 win for Arsenal. Brighton against Leeds United, I'm going for a 2-0 win for Brighton. Fulham against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Fulham, they've not been in a good run of form. They are just above the relegation zone. Wolves are bottom of the league. They're the only team in the Premier League right now without winning a game. It's a game that Fulham, I think, should win. So I'm going for a 2-1 win for Fulham. Tottenham against Chelsea, the big game. Tottenham, under Thomas Frank's season compared to last season, for example, under Ange Postecoglou with their league form, they've improved. Tottenham. Defensively, they've been quite strong. They've been well structured. Going forward, they could be much better. Even though, if you look at the stats, they scored the joint most goals in the Premier League compared with Manchester City and Chelsea. But I think going forward, they can improve. You've got players like Xavi Simons, who I think performances recently has not been good. I mean, against Newcastle, he was poor from what I heard from people. But against Aston Villa, he could have done well, but he didn't perform well in that game. And I say from what I heard from people because obviously there was a lot of games going on in the Carabao Cup on Wednesday, of course. So, but Tottenham, they've been good. If you look in the league form, they've been good. They are third in the Premier League and they've been in good form. If you look at the other competitions, they're out of the Carabao Cup. If you look at the Champions League, they won against Villarreal, but then they drew away to Bordeaux, where they should have easily lost that game. Should have lost to Monaco away, and they've got difficult fixtures coming up: Chelsea, Copenhagen, United, Arsenal, etc. So, yeah, but they're going to play against Chelsea at home. Who Chelsea have a very good record against Tottenham. If you look at the last 12 games in all competitions, Chelsea have only lost once, and that was 2 years ago. So, yeah, it's a game. Obviously, both is going to be heated, of course, because both teams, don't like each other. It will be feisty, that's for sure. But at the same time, it's a game that both teams will try to win, and they'll have to win because obviously Chelsea, they've been in inconsistent run of form recently. The winning games against Liverpool, etc. But then they lose to Sunderland at home, so they need a good run of consistent good form, and obviously avoid that red card problem because from the Man United game they've been getting red cards right, left, and centre. Like it's a piece of card or piece of gift or something, but they've not been in a good run of form in terms of red cards. Chelsea, getting red cards right, left, and centre. Whereas Tottenham, they've been good in the domestically, but in terms of other competitions, they have to do better, and they can do better in general because even though in the league they're third, they lost Aston Villa at home. It was a quite even game. It should have been a draw, but they lost that game in the end. Should have beaten Wolves, who have been very poor all season, this season so far, I should say. So, yeah, I get that. Both teams are not they're not at their brilliant best. So, I think it might be a 50-50 game. Thomas Frank is and also not only that the reason why it could be a draw. I think also that Thomas Frank, technically, you could say he's a better coach than Enzo Maresca, but at the same time, Chelsea have better players. So that's the difficulty of predicting who's going to win this game. I think if it was at Stamford Bridge, I think Chelsea would win, but because this is at Tottenham, yeah, it's 50-50. So I'm going for a 2-2 draw. I think it will be a 2-2 draw. Both teams will try to attack, will try to score. Could be like a basketball match, 2-2 draw. Liverpool against Aston Villa. Liverpool have been in a very, very, very poor run of form. And then you've got, the likes of Aston Villa, who've been in a very good run of form. They've won like 5-6 games in the last 7 games. They've been in a good run of form after drawing against Sunderland, I think. The only game they lost in that period where they've won many games was against Go Ahead Eagles in the UEFA Europa League. So Go Ahead Eagles. That's the name. So yeah, they've been a good run of form. Aston Villa, they've been a very good strong run of form. Against City, they were fantastic. I think they won 1-0, but they could have scored more. They were very good in that game, and I'm pretty sure they're going to give a very, very difficult challenge for Liverpool in this game. Yeah, I think it's going to be difficult. It's going to be very, very difficult for Liverpool. Obviously, they've been a very poor run of form, losing games all the time. And obviously on the slot has 3 games are coming up which he has to get back to good form, because obviously they've got Aston Villa, Real Madrid, Man City, and they've lost like 6 out of 7. People are saying he will be sacked. I'm not sure, but at the same time he will be under pressure from the fans. He will be under pressure if he loses those next three games. And to say he should be sacked is not fair, because the guy's earned a bit of a credit. Yeah, okay, you could say he's won the title in the Premier League last season with the Klopp team. But if he won it with the Klopp team, then why Jurgen Klopp with that team the year before Slot came in didn't win the title and got knocked out in the quarterfinal of the Europa League? So as brilliant as Klopp was for Liverpool, it's not like anybody could have won with that team last season. So it was so easy. He got a bit lucky, you could say that, but he still did a very, very good job. However, he's building his squad right now, and he has to show that he can do it in his own way and not in others' way. He has to do it in his own way, and right now he's not doing well right now. He might be given time, and he might do it well in the long term. Right now it's not working, so he has to fix it very, very quickly, because Liverpool, they look way off the pace from the last 7 games in terms of run of form. So yeah, I think Liverpool, it's a game that they have to bounce back. It will be difficult because that's a very, very good team. Liverpool are at home. I think Liverpool win. I know it's difficult to say because they've been a poor run of form, but I think Liverpool will get back to win away. So I'm going for a 2-1 win for Liverpool. But before I move on to the next one or end the video, I want to show the Arne Slot what he said after the game against Crystal Palace. So this is what Arne Slot said.
City's lineup, and I don't think they had one starter from the weekend, but it felt as if you look at their lineup, they played with their 11 starters. So maybe it also gives a little bit of an insight that everybody has always said how big of a squad we are having. When we played Chelsea, I said they're missing 8, but they can still bring Estevao in. Now we're only missing 4 players at the moment, and already we needed to start with 4 players under the age of 19. And after I made 2 substitutions, we were on 6.
I mean, I'm sorry, you spend like 400-300 million on transfers in the transfer window, and you're complaining about squad depth, and you're comparing to other teams. Why is he even mentioning Manchester City? Manchester City were playing Swansea, and you were playing as a well-established, good Premier League side, Crystal Palace. It's not the same. What is he talking about? What are you talking about, Arne? Like, it's another one, another of his stupid, analysing excuses. I mean, I understand when you're losing games, you're in heat of the moment, you're feeling the pressure, but at least make valid excuses. At least don't make stupid excuses. And what he's doing is stupid excuses, complaining about the long balls, complaining about the throw-ins, complaining about also scoring from set pieces when his team scored from set pieces as well. And now complaining about the squad depth when you've spent 300 million or 400 million on your players. I mean, are you kidding me? Honestly, I don't understand. But anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you. I wish you have a nice day. See you next time, and goodbye.